Welcome to the month of the arts. Every game this month is going to be based off a piece of literature or artwork. So without further ado, let's begin the month with Rabbit Hole 3D. Warning! This game contains fast movement and shifting colors and lights. It gave several of my stream viewers a headache, and I am likely nursing a lovely migraine after editing this, much as I was while playing it, and it even nearly gave one of my stream viewers a seizure. Thus, I will be showing as little gameplay as possible out of the usual for my reviews. Please, if you are prone to seizures, still be careful. I also am adding that this is a warning the game didn't see the need to give. You're just asking for a lawsuit there, guys. Oh man, this game. Never before have I simultaneously loved, hated, and been totally apathetic towards a game at the same time. Rabbit Hole 3D is a simple game in which you guide a small square through flying words that retell the first chapter to Alice in Wonderland. Now, simple is not bad. I think simple can actually make a game much stronger. Limbo was a very simple game, but that meant that it knew what it wanted to grow up to be, and it could achieve that better than anyone else. The world champion hot dog eater won't do well in a ping pong tournament, but that doesn't make them less of a world champion. So, by keeping the game simple, did it make it better? Yes! And no, and a totally apathetic grunt that can be taken any way you want it to be. The music is upbeat and pumping, and there are multiple tracks. I'd find myself bobbing my head in time to the music happily, even as I gritted my teeth and gave the game another try. I would have appreciated a volume slider so that my audience could hear me better over the music, but a fairly minor gripe. The game also really pulled off that feeling of just one more try. It had given me such a pulsing migraine and was triggering my vertigo so the world was spinning around me, and yet I was still sitting in my computer giving it that one more try. Which is why it also pissed me off so badly. It's badly made. I mean, it's really badly made. You can't tell where you're going until you hit the letter. There were plenty of times I'd move because the shifting angles made it look like I'm going to hit, but instead I'm going right by. This is why Tetris and similar games have a little indicator showing where you're going to go. I got through entire sections by simply not moving. They try to mention tips like, the voice reading the story will tell you what words are coming up. Why, yes. Yes, she will. And it won't matter because I don't know where my red block resides spatially to the said word. The colors and spinning also, as I said, are quite off-putting. I ended up with a horrible migraine after only playing an hour or two of the game. It caused several people to leave my stream because it hurt just as badly to watch. Did no one play test this and tell them it just didn't work? I know it can be kind of hard to make a game of flying through letters exciting, but this was not the way to go about it. Now, the main play mode is you start at the beginning of the chapter and play as far as you can through it. Every time you impact a letter, you lose a life, and you start with 2 lives. More lives are gained by spelling out rabbit hole with the letters you pass through. This, in some ways, gives an interesting extra challenge for a simple game, but some letters are far too rare, and you can't tell where you're going, so trying to get through the letters is akin to suicide sometimes. So your run really won't go very far. The easier version is split into sections, and if you can get through every word in that section, it unlocks the next bit. This was enjoyable, and I was getting ready to give this game an alright review. And then I hit this part. Look at it. Look at it, as long as you don't have seizures. The game was already painful and sickening, and then you spun it? The controls technically stay the same, but that's part of the problem. Pressing up will always move you up, regardless of where down is, so you need to constantly reevaluate what that's going to be. I actually got as far as I did through this part by finding a spot I could sit in without moving, and then memorizing moving in a specific way after specific words, and then returning back to that spot. It was a horrible mess. There was no way to tell where you were going even more than before. And it was only going to spin faster and move more quickly along the track if I beat that section, making the entire situation worse. Thus, I quit. I hate this game. I can't stand it. I want to
throttle the makers and demand why they thought this was a good idea. But it's still Alice in Wonderland, and the music's fun, and I wanted to do another run again and again, so it was great.
But that was the problem, because doing another run just pissed me off even more and hurt me even worse. And you know what? It's too simple to really get upset about. So it's overall harmless, and I really couldn't care less. But it made me smile, but it also made me angry and put me through pain.
Thus, I love this game, and I hate this game, and I'm entirely apathetic to this game. What on earth did I just review?